All right, friends. This will be a quick one. I've got my truck loaded. Oh, no, I've got my truck emptied, cleared, cleaned. Plenty of oil in the old Chevy Vortec on the 1996 Chevy Suburban. I love this truck. I'm sad because it's obviously a very old truck. Hi, Mike Vieser. Hi, Sam Cook. Here we are. We got the old iPad, and I grabbed some things on my Facebook feed, and I have a quote. I've been finding good quotes and writing them on pieces of wood in my shop. This quote comes from Chris Gurley. I'll load my truck in the morning. I've got let's see, call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 decks here to load out that are going to get graphics. Aye. I guess I am the captain. So Chris Gurley on my Facebook feed today. This is the Facebook feed. He posted a quote in one of his posts. I love Chris Gurley down in Memphis, Tennessee. He's a really great example of the kind of skateboarder that I am. He made a quote. I know he was quoting someone else with it. It says, "I used to skate. I still do, but I used to too." And I'm putting that one up here. This one's going up top in the wires to be. That's going to become a T-shirt. I just know that'll be a T-shirt. I'm going to write that on my next rider in the grip brake on top. And then the one, I got it down here, bending over, is a little... So I got a call today from a skateboarder in a different state and enjoyed some time on FaceTime. I love when I can do that. And they were describing their scene, and they were talking about skate culture and how, as a kind of out-of-the-box skater, Mongo pushing, big boards, carving and slashing skateboarder, they were encountering folks in their local area who were just talking crap on it, and saying, "Oh, don't hang out with that guy because his skateboarding is awful and his style is awful." And he was just sharing, what's a pretty normal experience for skateboarders. Skateboarders can be real catty, and that's not always the horrible thing. I do think it's a terrible waste for us to be catty about how good each other are at skateboarding. I do. A terrible waste, and it's a dangerous thing to do now too, because people are more fragile than they appear. It's also not good to respond harshly because that's out of line. That's out of line. It's wrong, to denigrate someone and tear them down behind their backs because you don't like the way that they ride their skateboard, and to call into question their play. We all know that that's barking up the wrong tree. But this person was talking about how they could see everyone's a groupie. They were saying. This is a young person in a different state, just calling in, and I picked up the message, and actually it was a message thread, and then I just FaceTimed him because I was like, "This is too cool. Let's have a chat." And so they said everyone's a groupie, and I thought, what a great statement, because groupie is a little bit of a weird connotation because I come from the 1980s, and that was sort of like following the band, and did you see the School of Rock? Remember Summer, the factotum, the little girl, and she was really ticked off when she Googled what a groupie was. So but I was like, everyone's a groupie. That's an interesting one, because I thought, what's the difference between a person who's like a groupie? And I thought, everyone's a groupie. Just pick your group. I know it's backward, but everyone's a groupie. Just pick your group wisely. And then this is that meme, your did it meme that I put on there. And I'm gonna, I have another saying, everyone's a wannabe. Everyone is a wannabe. I'm a wannabe, you're a wannabe. Wouldn't you like to be a wannabe too? We all are wannabes. We all are following in someone's footsteps. We're all following the examples that are put, nature versus nurture. I know there's whatever, dude, but everybody can be accused of being a follower. Just pick what you follow very carefully. Be downright cynical about following, especially if what you follow has you, talking down about other folks. So today on the beautiful bonanza of social media, I grabbed a few screen grabs. We're just gonna go through them, and whoa, let's exit out of there. I don't even know where I am now. Let's go to. Oh my, I'm lost in the feed. Oh yeah, here we go. Recents. So back to front. All right. On my Facebook today, I was stoked to see Rob Holbrook doing wall rides, Gap in a wall ride. Rob Holbrook is one of my favorites, and I'm not afraid to put him on blast for it. His Facebook feed is awesome. Another thing, somebody put up, bending your rails just looks like crap and serves no purpose. Changed my mind. What a great having fun line that was, because could you imagine caring how somebody puts rails on their board? That's a fun one for me. And of course that was a facetious thing. I did read within it that there was someone had posted it seriously. That's funny. There's a study in the Chicago Tribune that says being forgetful might actually mean you're smarter. I'll take it. Scott Bourne is writing. He's a skater from way back in the day, and he's writing about living by your own rules. I'm a big fan of independent thought. Steve Thaddeus Collins blew my mind with his sense of humor today. And I think that brings us to the end of today's social media exploits. Really, it was a calm day. I did get a bunch of messages today, and I wonder if I did get one message that was awesome, and it was packed with intelligence and inquiry, and I'd like to thank the person who messaged me today. We had a back and forth, and it was a question. There were questions in it about 7-ply construction versus fiber laminate construction, feasibility, profitability, and all that. They were asking honestly about the prospects of maker-made skateboards, being able to offer technologies that are similar to the flight decks and things like that. For the record, flight decks, I'm a big fan of fiber laminate technology done right. I'm not a big fan of narrow, thin wafer layups, even though flight decks achieve stiffness and durability, exceptional stiffness and durability with a very thin layup. I still like my board a little heavier, a little thicker, because oh boy, when you get down to wearing out a deck with razor tail or smashing it into a corner, the thinness of that layup is not a friend. And I am not a gifted skateboarder who needs my board to be wafer light and easy to flip. I'm not. As much as I publicly love and respect the work of Andy Anderson in skateboarding, I was corresponding about that. Also, there are the possibility of some patents on those, blah blah. I got a few messages from folks who were saying, yeah, we should be checking in on our friends. We should really, I'm not always able to come off as kind because there are things I'm gonna not be able to accommodate in my truth paradigm. I'm very old school. I believe in objective truth and things like that. So I'm not a postmodern thinker. So a lot of times I think I'll come off as barbaric and maybe old-fashioned or maybe something like that. It doesn't bother me. The question I ask about kindness is like, did you call someone a put-down name? If you didn't and you were saying what you believed, then they're just getting to know you and they don't like you. And they may accuse you of being unkind, but if you didn't abuse them and you told the truth the best you know it, then they're gaslighting you. It's not rare. Don't get them canceled. Just keep moving on, keep your door open. I really appreciate folks dropping messages to me today. And I think this pretty much sums up. I didn't look at Instagram today, which I count as a personal victory. Instagram's very hard for me to look at. What is it about Instagram that is so tough on my... it's hard for me to care about. All I can see is a little bit of, I can't talk to people. I can't get into a discussion with them in the comments. It's not a format that gives you the ability to comment. And then, along with a couple things today, I did hang up some magnetics in the shop. I hung some magnetics in my shop. That's a tiny thing, cost me all of $7 to do, $8, but it makes a huge difference for me to hang up some magnetics because it just gets tools off the table. Yeah, so going on 12 years in, 2009 to 20, yeah, going on 12 years in, I finally put up 2 magnetic strips to help and smooth my workflow. and that is my workshop in a nutshell. There are so many tiny workarounds and pieces of wire holding things to things and stuff. It's without any shame and without any problem. In fact, I kind of reckon it might stoke some people to do it themselves, which, it's a win, it's a win. So this has been a quick survey through what I saw and what I thought on social media today. Not highly impactful. The news feed in skateboarding, and let's do some live work. Let's bring you into some of the ways that I just get going. Oh, here's Brad Edwards, Gravity Skateboards on social media. Brad Edwards is awesome. Rest in peace. Here's a Dwayne Peters post. People are talking about Dwayne Peters today. There's a backyard ramp. I love looking at Facebook and seeing what you guys are up to, and I love the ability to talk to you on Facebook as well. Ooh, Mike Vieser is putting some final touches on his Mandalorian piece. Holy cow, Mike. Boy, oh boy. What have you got going on there? He's got something insanely cool going on with the finish of that deck. Check out Mike Vieser. He paints decks and it's awesome. Also, check out my dear friend Mark Carroll. He's up north of the border. Mike is in the Northwest, and they are 2 guys who paint and are awesome. I don't know if either of them want me to do that, but they are terrific. There's a bloke. I use bloke in the way that they mean it in the UK because first, I think it's more meaningful, and second, we don't use the word bloke here in the US. But over in the UK, there's a bloke, and his name is Lewis Ross, exactly spelled the same way as mine. He's the same age as me, and he has been a filmer in the UK for years, and his work is terrific. I think you would all do well to check him out. He does a lot of filming with Drugstore Skate Shop out there, and I recommend Lewis Ross to you. Here's a cool one. Wow, there's some interesting skateboards being made. Self-made backyard mini ramp. I mean, I'm just going through. This is what it's like when I'm going through. And there's some kook who's live right now. This is hilarious. I'm live watching myself live right now. It's not very fun to watch me do this, is it? Oh, my mustache is a wreck, man. Yeah, someone just was talking about my mustache. And I'm catching the time delay. This is funny. Being able to see, whoa, does the universe implode if we do this? What happens if we do that? Are we a thing? Oh, there we are. We're a thing within a thing within a thing. Let's be a meme. So, Harley Davidson, biker, Life Skateboards. Eric Sanders posting up his Life Skateboard Surfer, sick deck. Yeah, so this is kind of how it goes. But boy, when I fire up that Instagram and I see some of the pro skaters cutting out of shape thing, oh, it gets my blood up. I love it. Lagwagon, Ben Vervat, good to see you, bud. Well, I'm going to sign off because it's been a great day here. The truck is ready to load. The decks are ready to load out. I'm going to box those up, and in the morning I'm going to throw everything in the truck and get out to Life Skateboards. I'm going to be doing some graphics. We're going to be originating a shape. We're going to be farting around like old farts, riding skateboards. I have mixed feelings about riding because the bowl is very challenging and slippery. And I'm less good at falling now than I've been in a long time, so I may be very mellow. But I hope to get some clips or pics because I love them. I think they're great for funerals. You know, when we finally die, we put those things on a loop and they play in the background. I think that's a great way to celebrate your life. Riding skateboards is to take pictures and take video. Also, shameless about self-promotion. This is what I do, this is where I'm at, and as we go forward with this, I'll be getting more camera angles and dolling out this place and getting it nice. Someone left, actually my son left a bunch of really helpful professional level suggestions on my YouTube, where I put every one of these videos on YouTube for you to reference them, and oh boy. But today it was everyone's a groupie, pick your group wisely, and it was, I used to skate, I still do, but I used to too. So that was this was our media roundup. And send me interesting stories that you'd like me to talk about, and I will actually I'll thank you for sending them to me, and I'll talk about them. I love giving my opinions, and like that. I wish I could make it over to see all of you guys, but I'm working. Yeah, this time we did the Life Skateboards meetup on a Friday. We've talked this morning about moving it to Saturdays, doing it more regularly. And also, I'm going to see if I can get in there with a palm sander and rough up that ages-old skate light that is so smooth. If I can just get in there with an 80 grit sander and do a pass on that bowl, sweep it out, mop it, it will grip. It will keel. All right, friends, I can't wait to talk to you again. It might be today, definitely all day tomorrow. I'll be going live on and off, and then I'll be mashing up those live portions into 10-minute long YouTube videos, and it will be fun to watch whenever you get to watch it. And I'm just glad we got to talk to each other. Thanks for hanging out with me here in the workshop. I'll catch you on the flip side. I am the captain.